crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, RoadRuta.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, something exciting for all you old timers on the road to Ruta. I have written a new Conversations with God chapter. Yes, I have 4 books on the Conversations with God, long before I took this little spiritual journey. Don't ask me how it happened. I have no idea. But the new chapter was written last night at 4 in the morning. It's called In the Sedona Vortex. Really cool stuff came out. I have no idea where it came from, but for private road members, I will be posting this probably tomorrow on the private road section. And same format. It's a conversation with God, just like the Donald Walsh book, Conversations with God. So check it out. It's pretty cool. And that's me and my staff. Not my work staff, my staff, walking staff, in the Sedona Mountains. Pretty cool day yesterday. Very amazing area. Don't ask me how these scrapes got on these walls. We're trying to figure that one out. All right, let's talk silver. The battle is currently at the, let's look at the chart. At the, right in here, the 50-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. The 200-day moving average down here, it's not much of a risk there. This is where the battle's going on, and this is just the tech traders. These tech traders are the ones who get chased long or short based on the price movements of the metal. That's all they look at. They look at the moving averages. Now, to get a confirmation of the 50-day moving average has been breached, they got to break through the 100-day moving average, which is right now $25. That's why you see complete idiotic rigged bullshit like this. It runs up towards 25 and gets slammed down. Thank you, CFTC, for knowing how to do your job for the 100 millionth time. Anyway, that's the game going on right now. Silver at $25, a solid breakthrough would mean a solid breakthrough of $50, and all of a sudden 25 becomes the floor. Next stop maybe 28, and then 30, and then who knows? Then 50, I think. So hang on tight. Still a lot of December left. Will it break $50 in December? I don't know. Anything can happen. If it stops being rigged, it instantly goes to 6, 7, 8, 9,000, 2,000. You name your price. If the riggers go away, but they haven't as of yet. Right now, the 8 largest traders, the bullion banks, lose about $350 million per $1 that the price of silver goes up. That is unheard of for these people. They need out. They want out. The only bank that will profit from that kind of scenario is, of course, JP Morgan, who has a flat short position right now. They might be a little long on the COMEX, but they have a massive physical position. That's what you should have. You shouldn't have any contracts anywhere. No SLV, no mining shares, no metal held by a third party, no COMEX contracts, obviously. All your investment money in silver should be in physical silver, stacked in your own possession. 20 years I've been screaming about this. The only person that seems, well, no, we got a lot of Road to Ruta people who do that. But in the mainstream, one entity did exactly what we've been yelling about for 20 years. And that's JP Morgan, Blythe Masters. As everybody was yelling at her, you're rigging the markets. She's the same one who caused the credit default swap debacle in 2008. Why she isn't in jail right now has to do with the criminality of our banking system. That's it. But yeah, we would never rig the silver market. That's wrong, and we wouldn't do it, is what she said on CNBC. And then here we are 8 years later, JP Morgan gets busted for exactly that, rigging the silver market. Why isn't she in jail? Because bankers don't go to jail. Only if you rob a 7-Eleven will you go to jail. Only the little guy goes to jail. The biggest name that's gone to jail in the criminal banking world is Martha Stewart. Isn't that pathetic? You could say Bernie Madoff, but Bernie Madoff was a different deal. Bernie Madoff was running a $500 billion, not a $50 billion, $500 billion, and it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. It was a payoff scheme for the bad guys, run out of the Mossad. It was a computer trading. He had 2 floors of Madoff Investments. The top floor is when he met all his guests and phonied up the receipts and all that. The bottom floor, a computer trading floor run by the Mossad. There you go. There's your Bernie Madoff story. And who was the only banker for Bernie Madoff? You guessed it, Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan. That's it. The insanity that they didn't go to jail. Nobody went to jail on the people who banked Madoff Investments. Even if the story they tell is true, it was a $50 billion Ponzi scheme. If that is true, how many bankers should have gone to jail when there's only one bank that ran all these transactions for them? Not even the guy in charge of it. There's only 2 people, 2 entities that were in charge. The guy who ran it and the board of directors of JP Morgan all had to approve those transactions, and they all did. And they all knew what was going on, and none of them have done any jail time at all. As a matter of fact, they're probably all still working there. Job well done. It only cost us a little money to buy our way out of that one. JP Morgan has paid over $40 billion in fees, fines, to keep themselves out of jail. $40 billion over the last 20 years. That is phenomenal. That's criminal. And literally dozens and dozens of full-on, really bad crimes committed, and nobody goes to jail. Welcome to America, my friends. That's what Trump's trying to save right now, that monetary system. We're going to have to break it. And when it does break, silver's going to run freely and gold will run freely. I think that moment is coming, so hang on tight. Again, we are looking at the 100-day moving average would be the confirmation of the 50-day is right at $25. So we're going to play a little bit around this date, around this dollar amount, $25. And when it breaks through, I expect it to run really fast. So hang on tight. The only question is, will the big shorts continue to short into the rise? They have done so for the past 50 years. Shorting into the rise. The problem is this year they've been doing it and have been losing money, bleeding money out their ears. And every dollar that silver goes up, they lose another $350 million in their book value of their investment in silver. They don't recognize that until, theoretically, they'll have to mark to market at the end of the year. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of waivers that are given out by the CFTC. We don't want to cause any disruption. You are the disruption, CFTC. Anyway, really exciting times in silver. Make sure you have your physical silver. Do what Jamie Dimon did. Get your physical silver in your own possession. If you don't have a local guy, send an email to my guy, Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin. Andy, A-N-D-Y, at milesfranklin.com, milesfranklin.com. Send him an email and tell him, I suggest everybody just buy what he has in inventory. Because even Andy can't help if he orders some Silver Eagles for you from the U.S. Mint, and the U.S. Mint all of a sudden stops shipping. That happens all the time when prices get volatile. So say, hey, what do you got in inventory? That's what I want. And tell him I sent you. He'll get you the best price in town, literally. Let's talk cryptos. Everybody's like, is this the slam of cryptos? I don't think so. It's a normal pullback. When Bitcoin busts through $20,000, you're going to see a frenzy. Dick Allgaier sees it going up to 28 right away. That's probably true. You kind of lose track. After it breaks the all-time highs, you're going to have to set another all-time high at some point, and then it's going to pull back again. It's impossible unless you're in the know. One of the guys with the computer systems that like Binance or one of the or the Tether guys who are creating money out of thin air to buy cryptos, you're not going to know when this is going to happen. So the only thing you can do is hodl your way up. Those who have been doing it for the past 5 years on the road to Ruta, 6 years on the road to Ruta, I think 5 or 6 years ago, we gave out 0.1 Bitcoin with every subscription. Now 0.1 Bitcoin is almost $2,000. Now what we're giving away now is 25 Theta and 25 Theta Fuel. Do I think that'll have something similar to what happened in Bitcoin in the last 5 years? Beyond that. Far beyond that. Theta is much more important than Bitcoin will ever be. Theta is the future of the internet. And that's why Theta is going up as everything else is going down right now. Because people are starting to figure out, what is this thing Theta? What do they actually do? What can they do? What is the potential of broadband sharing? And how important is broadband sharing on every aspect of our life going forward? Because we are going to be living in a sci-fi future, as Cliff High calls it. Meaning the Internet of Things is going to be everywhere. And it's already started. But there's not enough bandwidth. There's no way to increase the bandwidth without something that is cheap and basically free. Theta has built a technology to share broadband, but at the same time, an economic incentive for everybody to use it, to assist in the sharing. Brilliant move. Incredibly brilliant move. Without it, good night internet. You'll be seeing that little circle go round and round. There's just too much information coming out. And our current broadband infrastructure cannot handle it. It is well known within the broadband industry. They're going to have to increase prices, massively develop all over the world. That's the other thing. This sci-fi world is going to be global. And Theta has invented a way not only to expand broadband globally, but to do it for free. As a matter of fact, you can earn money by sharing your broadband anywhere in the world. It's amazing. So yeah, that's why Theta is going up where everything else is going down. I do want to remind everybody on the road to Ruta, I am not a fan of XRP. I think right now they're doing a lot of pump for a big dump. I think the big guys in XRP are getting out like they usually do on the pumps. They got some kind of an airdrop coming up. And then a lot of people are saying, I'm just staying in to get the airdrop. The free money giveaway, basically. When that's over, I think it's, 12th or 13th or 14th or something like that. Good night. You're going to see the bottom fall out of XRP. So everybody's going to be waiting. The big guys, the owners of XRP, there's a couple bankers, know this is not a banker coin, banker system that is approved by the banks. This is a couple ex-bankers working with the crypto cabal to make a hell of a lot of money, pump and dump, create assets out of thin air, and it is not good. But will it go up between now and their great drop of whatever it is, their airdrop? Probably. But I'll guarantee you that the big guys are selling into that because they know the day after, the moment after everybody gets their airdrop, people are going to dump XRP. So do you really want to be in? There's just so many other cryptos to be in right now. It boggles my mind, the XRP crowd. But they're making their money now. Holy moly. Their pump has been one of their best. This is one of their best pumps, and they do pumps well. Don't get me wrong. The Tether guys are in there pumping it too. But the only reason they pump it is to get out. So most likely the big guys are getting out over the next few days as it pumps higher near this airdrop. And the airdrop happens and everybody says, okay, I got to get out. And there's no exits. No exits. You're stuck with it for a while. We'll find out though, right? A lot of chaos coming. Just, hey, if you're a long-term XRP lover, just hodl your way through the chaos coming up. Although, again, Road to Ruta doesn't recommend it. It started as a gut, and then I did research on it about 4 years ago. And I'm like, this is terrible. ICO, completely a security, completely fraudulent with the people who are running it. And I'm like, who would invest in this thing? But it's supported by the crypto cabal, by the Tether folks and the Binance folks and the Bitfinex folks. Anyway, let's take a look and see where our favorite is. On a brighter note, Theta for Road to Ruta, guys. This is favorite. Right here, up 5%. Everything else is down 5 or 6%. Why is Theta up 5%? Big announcement coming on December 10th. Theta 2.0, which includes smart contracts. And I've been over this. They're not pumping it as the Ethereum killer. I say it's an Ethereum resting spot until Ethereum can get their shit together and get Ethereum 2.0 up and running. It's going to be years before that happens. In the meantime, you could use the same programming language on the Theta mainnet and get it for free, practically free, 1/100,000th of a Theta fuel. That's like one hundred thousandth of a penny to perform a transaction, whereas Ethereum, we all know how expensive it gets in the busy time. And it's massively faster. What is it, 150 or 1,500 transactions per second. Whereas Ethereum it's a lot less. It's like, what is it, eight times less? Something like that. Crazy days. Lots more also coming to Theta. It's just, these guys got it down. And this blockchain is extremely solid and fast. And, oh, by the way, you can do 1,000 Theta Guardian nodes. Or you can use 1,000 Theta to go over and use the G-Pool node. You don't have to run it on your computer. People say, well, Bix, there's only like 1,500 Guardian nodes. That's a lot, but I don't know if it's enough. There's other blockchains that have more validators to it. Yes, that's true. But remember, G-Pool is not just one wallet, one entity. It is controlled by one entity, but it is thousands of people, thousands of would-be nodes. And if G-Pool did anything wrong, all you got to do is pull your Theta off G-Pool and start your own Guardian node, or most likely if G-Pool shut down, Road to Ruta would start up a Guardian node with some friends all around the world. It's really easy to do, but it makes sure that the blockchain is secure. And they are working on voting for G-Pool, which would be really cool. That would mean all the thousands of people who are involved in G-Pool could vote when things are needed to be voted upon. So lots going on Theta. That's why the price keeps going up, 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 up. And let's not forget our excellent psychic, Michelle White Dove. She brought it to our attention, at least my attention. And then I brought it to your attention on the Road to Ruta, guys. And Snippy did the same. But it was Michelle White Dove. That's where it came from. And in the early days, we weren't quite sure what it was. We just invested in it because Michelle did. But then we all did our homework and said, oh my God, look what this could be. And they have hit every guidepost on the way. And that's key for cryptocurrency, especially in the dark days when the crashes come, 90% drops and stuff like that. We are far from that, by the way. Bitcoin will get up to 100, 200,000 before another 90% drop happens, if it does happen. There's a lot of things pointing to it won't happen again, because there's enough people who understand that it's the future, that it'll run up and pull back, but it won't pull back like it has in the past. And a lot of these exchanges are going away. So that's where they arranged, shall we say, the 90% drop on these criminal exchanges that literally exchange nothing. Air. All right, so Theta right now is at 71 cents. 71 cents on its way to 3,000 within 5 to 6 years. 71 cents. It is like literally investing in Bitcoin when it was only, $20 or $10 or $5. It's just one of the things. You got to have faith that they're going to do what they're going to say, what they say they're going to do, and then you ride that bull and hodl. Lucky for you, you're getting in early. Nobody knows about it. Go around everybody you know in the crypto world, and there's a lot of them. Ask them if they know about Bitcoin. Ask them if they know about Ethereum. Ask them if they know about Litecoin. And then they ask them what they know about Theta. They won't have any clue. They might know that, oh my God, yeah, Theta went up a little bit. That's all they know. They don't know what it is, what it does, or why it does it. But you do. So that's what I have to say about that. As far as the election, Ted Cruz agrees to argue Pennsylvania election case. If taken up by the Supreme Court, that should scare everybody. Why? I don't know if Ted Cruz is part of the good guys or part of the bad guys, or maybe Trump has some dirt on Ted Cruz. He's a politician, I do know that. And I don't trust any of them. So who knows where we're going. Either way, whoever wins this battle, we're looking at pure chaos to follow. Will the Republic withstand it? The politicians probably won't. The country will still be here. The form of government that we have right now, with 35 million people working directly and indirectly for our federal and state governments, no, that'll be gone. So that's a lot of people out of work. Like I said, Cliff Ice said this is year 0 and nothing will be the same going forward. We are there. Will the human race survive this? It is to be determined. Cliff was right. Nothing is for sure. So, and I talk about that, why that is true in my latest Conversation with God in the Sedona Vortex. It's one of the topics I talk about. So I'll put this up on the private road probably tomorrow, and then we go on from there. I will be talking to the lovely Miss Jenny Moonstone on Thursday. At least that's where we are right now. Go to the private road and watch all of her readings that she's done for Road to Ruta information. It'll blow your mind. And there's all kinds of questions. So many questions I have because we haven't done it in a while. I'm excited about that. All right? You guys take care. Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. I'll talk to you later.